Hi, this is Mr. West, and today we're doing a walkthrough video for 3-circle Venn diagram sheet 4.4. This, of course, is from Math-Salamanders.com. Make sure to check out Math-Salamanders for all their amazing math resources. So what we need to do with this math exercise is categorize these 8 numbers and put them into this Venn diagram according to these categories. So we have prime numbers, numbers that are greater than 15, and then not a multiple of 3. We're going to start with prime numbers. Prime numbers have only factors of 1 and itself. The only even number that is a prime number is 2. So we know that 2 times 1 is the only two factors, are the only two factors of 2. So that's the only even number. All other even numbers like 24, you can always divide by 2. So we have 12 times 2, 24 times 1, and there's other ones too. But I just wanted to show you that every even number has factors more than just itself in 1. So this is not going to be prime number. That's not going to be prime number. All the even numbers are not going to be prime numbers. Okay, so now we have 17, 7, 13, 9, and 3. Which of these have additional factors? Well, 17 has no other factors besides 1 in itself. 7 only has 7 and 1. 13 is only 13 and 1. This one, we can make a factor tree of 3 times 3. So this one is not prime. And then 3 is also prime. Okay, so we have our 4 prime numbers here. We have 17, 7, 13, and 3. So we have those 3 numbers right there. Now, I wrote them down here, but I may need to move them later. So just know that I wouldn't be copying this down and then just put them here because they might have an intersection with one of these other numbers. Okay. Well, let's just talk about that right now, actually. So now that I have my 4 prime numbers, let's take a look at which ones are not a multiple of 3. So basically all of them are not a multiple of 3. I can move all 4 of these into this category also. And the reason why is because none of these have 3 as a factor. Except for 3. We can move this one out. So 3 is obviously a multiple of 3. 3 times 1 gives you 3. So we can put that one out. And I'll talk about greater than 15 in just a second. So these ones, 13 is not a multiple, 17, 7. All of those do not have 3 as a factor. I'm at 2%. I'm just letting you know, but we'll finish this, don't worry. Now, the other category is greater than 15. So we're going to be looking at this and which ones are greater than 15. And only one of these is greater than 15. Now, you'd think I could move it here, but I can't. I have to move it in between all 3 intersections. And the reason why is because it needs to fit in this one, this circle. It needs to fit in this circle. And, of course, the prime number circle. So that's the only place in the middle where it intersects all 3. Okay, so we're done with those 4 numbers. Now let's consider the numbers I crossed off. Okay, those are the numbers I crossed off. And we have, I'm going to change colors actually. So we have numbers that are greater than 15. That's 24, 26, 18. 9 is not. So I'm going to put 9. Actually, where can I put it? Can I put 9 here? No. 9 is a multiple of 3. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this outside. So 9 is not prime. 9 is not a multiple of 3. And 9 is not greater than 15. Therefore, it needs to go out. Okay? So I'm done with 9. 9 firmly goes outside. Doesn't belong in any of those categories. We're done with those prime numbers. Now we need to consider 24, 26, and 18. Which of these is not a multiple of 3? Okay, let's talk about that one first. We already know that none of these are prime, so none of these are going into this category. They're not going over into the prime number zone. They're not going to cross that border right there. Again, that border is right here. Okay, none of those numbers are prime because they're even, so it can't cross that border. But are any not a multiple of 3? Well, 18 is, okay? So 18, boom, boom, boom. It can't go inside that circle. 18 needs to stay here. Is 26 a multiple of 3? 3 times, nope, nothing gets to 26. So I can put 26 into this category, okay? So 26 is not a multiple of 3. I can put it there. And what about 24? Well, 24 is greater than 15. It's not prime, and it is a multiple of 3. 8 times 3 gives you 24. Therefore, I cannot put 24 into that category. Okay, so this one, 24, can't go in either, okay, because it is a multiple of 3. And so we're done. We have our Venn diagram. This is completely filled out. We got all these numbers checked off, and there we have it. So we see that 17 is the only one that belongs to all 3 categories. None of them belong to this one, and we had a couple in some of those intersections between prime and not a multiple of 3, and also greater than 15 and not a multiple of 3. That's all there is for this video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Make sure to check out my other Math-Salamanders walkthrough videos, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time right here on Wes Explains Best.